Hi children, before move on to our new topic, shall we recall our previous class points? Yes, what we have discussed in the last class, we have discussed about various parts of the plants are used as food. So we are taking banana stem and cauliflower and carrot, beetroot and curry leaves, mint leaves, coriander leaves. So every part of the plant are used as food. So we are taking every part of the plants are used as food, and we have seen about type of system, root system and shoot system. What do you mean by shoot system and what do you mean by root system? So here in a plant, so the above the soil, okay, the part above the soil, the part which is present above the soil is called shoot system. The part which is above the soil is called shoot system. Can you see? And the part below the soil is called root system. Okay. So the part which is above the soil is called shoot system, and the parts which is below the soil is called root system. Okay. The function of the root is it only carries the water and minerals from the soil. What is the function of the root? The function of the root is it carries the water and minerals from the soil. And what is the function of the shoot system? It only helpful in the process of photosynthesis. What do you mean by photosynthesis? With the help of sunlight, plants preparing its own food is called photosynthesis. Okay. So this is the shoot system of the plant and this is the root system of the plant. Okay. So the root system, it carries the water and minerals from the soil, and shoot system, it involves in the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis means with the help of sunlight, plants prepare its own food. So that is called photosynthesis. Root system includes taproot, fibrous root, primary root and secondary root. So the parts of root system are primary root and secondary root. Type of root system are taproot and fibrous root. Okay. And the parts of shoot system are, it involves many parts: stem, branches, leaves, fruits, seeds, flowers are the parts of shoot system. Okay. So parts of root system are primary root. So this main root is called primary root and this supporting roots are called tertiary roots or secondary root. Okay. And the function of root system is it carries the water and minerals from the soil, and the function of the shoot system is it involves in the process of photosynthesis. Okay. Now types of root system. So the types of root system are taproot system and fibrous root system. So taproot system. So taproot, we can see single root. Okay, we can see single root and some secondary roots also we can see in taproot. But in the fibrous root, we can see many amount of roots. Okay, in the fibrous root, all are uniform in size. Fibrous root, all are uniform in size, and we can see many roots in the fibrous root system. Okay. So taproot, we can see single root, and in the fibrous root, we can see cluster of roots. Cluster of roots means bunch of roots. In today's class, we are going to discuss about flowering plants and non-flowering plants. The plants which give us flowers is called as flowering plants. Flowering plants is also called as angiosperms. The plants which do not produce flowers is called non-flowering plants. Non-flowering plants is also called as gymnosperms. We'll discuss about these in detail. Shall we discuss our remaining part of the lesson? Yes. So what are we going to discuss in today's class? We are going to discuss flowering plants, non-flowering plants habitat, in that aquatic habitat. So these are the topics we are going to discuss in today's class. Shall we enter into the class? Yes. Based on flowers and based on position on seeds, plants are divided into two: flowering plants and non-flowering plants. Flowering plants is also known as angiosperms. Non-flowering plants is also known as gymnosperms. Example for flowering plants: sunflower, hibiscus, etc. Example for non-flowering plants: aloe vera, pines, etc. Flowering plants is also called as angiosperms. Non-flowering plants is also called as gymnosperms. Angiosperm. What is an angiosperm? An angiosperm is a plant that produces flowers. The angiosperms, also identified as the flowering plants, it also have seeds. The word angiosperm has been derived from the couple of Greek words where angion stands for vessel and sperma means seed. So what is an angiosperm? Angiosperm are the plants that produces flowers. So it is also known as flowering plants and it also have seeds. This angiosperm is a word came from two Greek words. What are they? Angion means vessel, sperma means seed. So the seed is present on the vessel. Vessel is nothing but ovary. Okay. So usually the seeds will be appear in the ovary, inside the ovary. So here also the seed is present inside the ovary. So ovary here vessel, they mention as vessel. Okay. So angiosperms that produces flowers. So it is known as flowering plants. These are the two Greek words. Angion means vessel, vessel nothing but ovary, and sperma means seed. Gymnosperms. What is gymnosperm? Unlike angiosperms, gymnosperms do not produce flowers or fruit. The term gymnosperm literally means naked seed. Seeds are not encased within an ovary. Rather, they sit exposed on the surface of leaf structure called bracts. So gymnosperms that do not produce flowers or fruit. So we can call them as a non-flowering plants. What does it mean? It have naked seed. Usually seed means that should be in the ovary. But here this is the non-flowering plants. So the seed is not present on the ovary, but this is the modified leaf-like structure. The seed is a modified leaf-like structure that is present on the plant, that is called bracts. So what is angiosperm? Angiosperm that produces flowers. So it is called as flowering plants and it also have seeds. And this is the word came from Greek words. Angion means vessel, sperma means seed. The seed is present on the ovary in angiosperm. Gymnosperms. So gymnosperms that do not produce flowers or fruit. And this is called as naked seed. Gymnosperm also called as naked seeds because and this seed won't be present in the ovary. We already said in the angiosperm, no. So seed means that present on the ovary, but gymnosperms are the non-flowering plants. So the seed is not present in the ovary, but this is the modified leaf-like structure. The seeds are modified leaf-like structure as I shown in the picture, in the pines picture and all. So this is the modified leaf-like structure. So that is called bracts. Habitat. Each and every organism need a place to live and reproduce. Such a dwelling place is called habitat. Yes. So every living organism need a place to survive and to produce their young ones. Okay. So that place is called habitat. That places are divided into two types. Mainly two types. What are they? aquatic habitat and terrestrial habitat. Aquatic habitat, this is the place where it is covered with water. This is the place where it covered with water. And terrestrial habitat, so this is the place where it covered by land. So aquatic habitat, it is covered with water, and terrestrial habitat, this is the place where it covered with land. Okay, in the aquatic habitat we can see marine water habitat, fresh water habitat, river, lakes, ponds. These are the different habitat. What do you mean by habitat? So it is a place to live and reproduce. It is a place to live and reproduce. Yes, so we can see plants and animals are there on the top of the mountain and even depth of an ocean. So under the sea also we can see some plants and animals, and on the top of the mountain also we can see some plants and animals. So this is called as habitat. So this habitat are mainly divided into two: aquatic habitat and terrestrial habitat. Aquatic habitat means this is a place that is covered by water. Aqua means water. So in that further it is divided into marine water, fresh water, river, lakes and ponds. So here also we can see some animals and plants. Terrestrial habitat, this is the place where it covered by land. So what are they? Desert, mountains, grassland and forest. So in these places we can see various animals and plants. In that we are going to discuss only aquatic habitat in today's class. Aquatic habitat includes areas that are permanently covered by water and surrounding areas that are occasionally covered by water. So aquatic habitat means, what do you mean by habitat? So each and every organism need a place to live and reproduce. That place is called habitat. So that place is covered with water means that is called aquatic habitat. And surrounding of that habitat, the area are covered occasionally by water. Occasionally means not fully covered with water, but some water will be there around the aquatic habitat. Okay, so here you can see the pond picture and sea picture. So in the pond you can see some animals. Shall we find out the animals? Yes. So turtle, fish, crane, crab, frog, even some snakes, insects also live in the pond. So these are the animals we can see in the pond. Okay, and we can see lily, lotus flower in the pond. So some plants and animals are live in pond. And compared to sea, so in the sea you can see some jellyfish, seahorse, fishes like dolphin, whale, shark. So here also you can see some animals and plants. So these are called marine water habitat, and this is called freshwater habitat. So in detail we'll study in the next class. Okay, so what is habitat? Each and every living organism need a place to live and reproduce. That place is called habitat. And in that, if the place is covered by water means that is called aquatic habitat. And if the place is covered by land means that is called terrestrial habitat. So aquatic habitat, that is fully covered by water, but around that place it is covered with some water. Okay, and here you can see the pond picture and sea picture. So in the pond we can see some animals like crab, crane, frog, turtle, fish, insects and snakes. And in the sea water or marine water we can see dolphin, whale, shark, some sea plants also in the marine water habitat. So these are the terrestrial and aquatic habitat. So in the terrestrial habitat, we can see desert, grassland, mountains. In the aquatic habitat, we can see marine water habitat, freshwater habitat like rivers, lakes, ponds. So these are the freshwater habitat. So terrestrial habitat means the place which is covered by land. Aquatic habitat, the place which is covered with water. So terrestrial habitat are desert, mountains, terrestrial lands or grasslands, and aquatic habitat, marine water habitat, freshwater habitat. Freshwater habitat furtherly divided into three: rivers, lakes and ponds. So we can see many animals and plants in this habitat. Habitat is a place where living organism can live and reproduce. Shall we recall in this session? So what we have discussed in today's class? We have discussed about flowering plants, non-flowering plants, habitat in that aquatic habitat. So what is flowering plants? So flowering plant means these plants will produce flowers and fruits. So these are called flowering plants. Flowering plants also called as angiosperms. Flowering plants that produce flowers and fruits, and it is also called as angiosperms. Okay, and this angiosperm is a Greek word that have come from Greek place. Angion means vessel, sperma means seed. So the seed is present on the vessel. Seed is present on the vessel. So here vessel nothing but ovary. Vessel nothing but ovary. And non-flowering plants. Non-flowering plants that do not produce any flowers or fruits. So that is why it is called as non-flowering plants. Non-flowering plants is also called as gymnosperms. So the meaning of gymnosperm is naked seed. So in the angiosperm, we said that seed is present on the vessel. Vessel is nothing but ovary. But in the gymnosperm, seed is present but not on the ovary, because this is a non-flowering plant. So it is not present on the ovary, but the seeds are modified leaf-like structure. So these seeds are modified leaf-like structure that is present on the plant. That name is bracts. B-R-A-C-T-S. Bracts. And next one, habitat. So each and every living organism need a place to live and reproduce. So that place is called habitat. So this habitat furtherly divided into two types: aquatic habitat and terrestrial habitat. Aquatic habitat means the area which is covered by water, and terrestrial habitat the area that covered by land. Okay, and further aquatic habitat are divided into marine water, fresh water like lakes, ponds, and terrestrial habitat are divided into further desert, forest, mountain and grassland. Once again, angiosperm that are produce flowers, so it is also called as flowering plants. So we can expect flowers and fruits from the angiosperms, and this is a Greek word have come from Greek. And angion stands for vessel, sperma means seed. So the seed is present on the vessel. Vessel is nothing but ovary. Gymnosperms. So unlike angiosperms, gymnosperms do not produce any flowers or fruits. So this gymnosperm is called as non-flowering plants. So it means naked seed. We said in the angiosperm, seed is present on the ovary. But in the gymnosperm, seed won't be present in the ovary. But these are the modified leaf-like structure. Gymnosperm seeds are modified leaf-like structure called bracts. Habitat. Each and every living organism need a place to live and reproduce their young ones. So this place is called habitat. So here this habitat are furtherly divided into two types, aquatic habitat and terrestrial habitat. The land which is covered by water is called aquatic habitat. The place which is covered by water is called aquatic habitat, and the place which is covered by land is called terrestrial habitat. Aquatic habitat are marine. Marine means sea. So marine, freshwater, river, lakes, ponds are the aquatic habitat, and terrestrial habitat, desert, mountains, grassland and forest are the terrestrial habitat. So we can see some plants and animals in this habitat. I hope you understood this class well. The remaining part of the lesson will continue in the next class. Thank you.